Evil science and magic buddies.
Hello and welcome to the Kryptonaut Podcast presents Evil Science and Magic Buddies, the show within the show, the conspiracy of the conspiracy, the Crypto Roundtable. And this specific series is dealing with listener stories. This is part 3. Thank you all so very much for joining us. My name is Mark Storrs, and with me as always is
Chris.
Ooh, like a little hiss.
That was nice. Rob Morphy.
Thank you all again so very much. This has been a fun little jaunt we've been on here with listener stories.
I'm fucking loving it.
You all experienced some fucked up shit, and we appreciate it. I'm glad it's not us. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, God, yeah. You're fucking kidding me?
The list of weird shit I've experienced is actually not very long, and I'm grateful for that, and I hope to keep it that way. So, yeah, you guys are haunted. So,
oh my God!
Wow.
I don't know.
It's all that bad. I mean, some of them are having fun little encounters. I mean,
yeah, the
breakdancing sock monkey is fucking too much. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean, Trapped by Dogmen is also problematic for me. But but some of them are, all right.
They're not happy. No one's like, hey, sweet, ghosts and goblins and demons. No one's stoked.
That's true.
Yeah.
Someone had to be stoked. You know who was stoked? Solomon. When he conjured up some goblins and demons to build his fuck-sucking temple, he was stoked. He was like, yes, I knew this ring would work. Do it.
Well,
build
maybe.
my house of the Lord.
He didn't send us a story, though.
Give it time. It's still young.
All right, fine.
Maybe he did. We haven't found it yet.
Yeah, maybe the archaeologists will unearth it and it'll be like, Dear Kryptonoth, or whatever you'd say in Abrahamic or whatever the fucking Aramaic language.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know what Solomon spoke. Hebrew, I guess. That would make the most sense.
Yeah, dude, I don't, you know what? I've established this on social media. I don't read anything.
Either way, that dude could wield a demon. Like, he was wise, and he would, threaten to cut babies in half to prove a point. He wasn't a baby slicer, but boy, he could manage a fucking crew of hardworking, hard hat wearing fucking demons. He really could fucking get that group in there and get them working hard.
Dude, maybe that is like the origin of the International Occult Laborers Union, which T-shirt is available at hellerspace.com if you would like to go over there and purchase some stuff. Thank you all so very much. You
well
like
done.
that? Yeah.
That was smooth.
Just got to put some merch in there sometimes, man. Got to plug that merch. Got to get that T Public money rolling in so we can one day get a yacht and go sailing.
The crypto yacht.
The crypto yacht. Yeah,
I don't know about that, but...
Yeah, Chris ain't going to have it.
It's going to be a dinghy. It's definitely going to be like a used dinghy, but what the fuck? It'll be better than nothing.
You could probably get a pretty dope bass boat.
One oar. It's going to be the saddest.
Exactly.
Just a log. It's a big fucking log.
With our 3 dumbasses strapped to it. Like, why are we going anywhere, Bobby? He's like, paddle. I don't got any oars.
Use the oar.
Use the oar. Oh God. All right. Well, let's get some creepy shit rolling here, Bobby. What do we got from our listeners' stories?
First story we have comes to us from Kyle. So thank you, Kyle.
Cool.
Yes. So he starts with, hey guys, I just finished listening to the Evil Science and Magic Buddies listener stories episode, and I can relate to Noah and Mark's friend.
Oh.
I have grown up in the Broome County and Chenango County area of central New York, hometown hero.
Dude,
right by us.
Legit. We're in the same area. We are in the same area opening currently for the COVID pandemic. We're back, baby. Commerce.
Indeed.
There you go.
New York State Route 12 is the main road running from downtown Binghamton all the way to Colgate and beyond. A couple of years ago, I worked for a local television station on the night shift and would travel on Route 12 nightly on my way to and from work. One summer, the station was short-staffed and I was logging many hours, staying late a lot, and not sleeping much. One Tuesday night in mid-August, I was driving north on Route 12 around 12:45 a.m. I could make out something on the edge of my headlights on the shoulder of the road. As I approached, I noticed the headlights illuminated the guide rails around this figure, but seemed to be absorbed into the man-shaped object. All right, that's trouble. Things aren't supposed to absorb light. That is not how physics works.
Well,
Nah, not at
black
all.
hole. If you're a black hole, then
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. If you're a man-shaped black hole on fucking Routes 12, fucking yeah. All right.
Totally.
So there it is. There
Next
was
story.
no face or distinguishing features, just the outline of a bulky man about 6 foot tall. It's not uncommon to see people walking on the side of the road down here, so I didn't think much about it. The next night, the same thing happened, same place, around the same time of night. Dark humanoid shape on the side of Route 12. This time I slowed down a little to try to get a better look. It was just a black mass in the shape of a man. I could not see arms or legs. All I could make out was the shape of a body and a head with a wide-brimmed hat on.
Oh,
So
shit.
there you go.
The Central New York Dark Watchers. Yeah, baby. We just made it. It's ours.
I feel like it's the Undertaker.
Actually, it totally could be the Undertaker. All right, man. Shit, what happened next?
I drove on, a little spooked now, got home and left it alone. Reasonable. That is reasonable. Sometimes you just got to say,
totally.
I saw some weird shit and I got to go to bed. I got to do my thing.
There you go.
I hadn't seen anything else throughout the rest of the week. I chalk it up to being overtired. Maybe I was hallucinating from working so much. The following Wednesday night, about 1 a.m., I was driving up the same stretch of road headed home. About a mile north from where I saw this thing the previous week, the mass stepped out of nowhere directly in front of my truck.
Oh, no.
Fuck? I slammed on my brakes and watched it pass through the hood and into the cab when the truck finally stopped. I switched on my dome light to check for any sign. There was nothing inside, but the air felt abnormally cold. My skin was covered in goosebumps and I was very shaken. The station hired someone soon after and I was able to get back to a normal schedule. I've had other strange happenings, during this time period, but the roadside encounter was the one I wanted to share due to Noah's story. Thank you, Kyle. Well,
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking creepy humanoid figure. The sketchy part is the hat, because there is a story of like the Hat Man, and it is kind of. It is out there in the parlance of the fucking paranormal shit of these weird fucking beings with hats. Obviously, Noah's story,
right?
About the California Dark Watchers and shit like that. So that's,
And I know one
man,
of I think it's the Peruvian schoolgirls. I know we covered the Ouija ride of 79, and we're going to cover like the Malaysian schoolgirl things and maybe even the Peruvian one. But I believe that the dark figure they saw walking the halls that caused the great panic down there, which was a school allegedly built on like, I think like a drug dealer's graveyard or like a hitman's graveyard or something like that,
no.
was a dark figure in a hat. So it's interesting to me. I mean, the most arresting thing for me is a fucking humanoid figure that absorbs all light. To me, that's like, oh, well, fuck. Now we need new science. Now we need a new brand of physics to deal with this jackass because he won't obey the fucking laws. But the hat is an interesting twist because why are so many paranormal things fashionably hatted? I just don't know.
That's really weird. Why that's that way?
Obviously, like, again, it's not really super connected, but like Men in Black with like the whole, pork pie hat and thing like that. But that's not necessarily always common. But this, where it's more of a paranormal, like shadow person wearing a hat.
I don't want to correct you because it's fucking awesome, but I don't think Men in Black are really known for their pork pie hats. Though that
I thought
would
they
be
always wore like pork pie hats.
No,
Am I thinking of?
It's fedoras.
Am I thinking of like Rude Boys? Am I getting ska in fucking in Area 51?
You definitely might be conflating the two. Definitely.
Every so often I'll see a fucking just like some weird like ska meme, and then I'll like remember ska, even though it's not gone anywhere. It's still around.
Right.
Actually, Chris and I were supposed to go see Mephistopheles before the fucking plague hit.
Right.
But you could look at it like the specials. You could like look at their logo and be like, that's a Rude Boy, or you could be like, oh no, that's a Men in Black. So there you go.
Fair enough.
That is your ska minute with Mark. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Well done. Well delivered.
wow.
No,
Who
actually,
doesn't
that
love
was complete-
ska, though? I mean,
Yeah,
it's just the most upbeat, delightful fucking music ever conceived, in my opinion.
They're always a good show, too.
Oh, yeah,
Always.
dude, totally.
And you were going to get your aerobic workout. Even my fat ass
yeah.
would be bouncing around, pouring
Dude.
sweat, having a great time.
Totally, dude. I remember going to see like a couple of summers in in a row in Ithaca, like the Toasters, and I was fucking so stoked to see them.
Toasters
like,
were phenomenal.
Yeah.
fucking Toasters rule.
And
So-
even locally, Bim Scala Bim, God bless
Oh
him.
yeah, dude. There's tons of cool local ska. Maybe ska should make a resurgence, man. Maybe we gotta fucking
might.
be the ones. Chris can do this shit. We can just be like be the fucking dancey guys.
Yeah,
The
no.
boss
okay,
tones of
yeah.
fucking we can just
Okay.
be the dancey dudes.
I'm here to
Whatever.
support your ideas tonight. So yes,
Okay,
we will
good.
be
Cool.
we will be the dancers for Chris's ska band. As ill-conceived as that is, yes, 100% yes. Let's do this.
Awesome. All right, well that's a fucking thank you so much for that story. Ska talk aside, Kyle. That is fucking
Yeah, it's
super
creepy.
And
I don't
hey,
know. Ska aside, I don't know why these fucking things have hats. I don't understand these dark watchers. If this is indeed part of a similar or even same or not even related phenomenon, and why they tend to want to. I mean, is it one of those things like the classic Mothman gambit? If you notice me, I notice you. And then fucking all of a sudden, now I'm going to start fucking with you. If you just drive by and say it's some dude at the side of the road, I'm not even going to look at him. Fuck him. I'm tired. I'm going home. It was a long day at the station. All right, that's fine and well. And maybe this thing's like, yeah, this dude doesn't give a fuck. But as soon as you pay attention a little bit, it's like, this dude saw me. It's on. And I still never can quite tell. Is it because you saw me and you had the hubris to acknowledge me, therefore I'm going to fuck with you and make your life a hell? Or is it I'm desperately lonely, I don't belong in this dimension, oh my God, you noticed me, did I make a friend? And it's like this real strange longing to make a connection with another living thing, even if it is a different biology and fundamental physical makeup. I hope I hope it is the latter, because it's better than something nefarious.
Or maybe if for some reason, interdimensionally speaking, they don't think that you can see them, and then when they notice that you see them and they're like, oh, they see me and I see them and we're making a connection, then maybe they're like, oh, what the fuck's going on over here?
Well,
I mean,
why
think
are they
about it.
just walking down the side of a road?
I don't know.
I mean, if they-
The road thing is odd.
It is. Yeah.
I
it
mean,
is.
yeah, if you want to be noticed, sure. But then there's other ways to strike communication than just walking, pretending not to notice somebody until one day you just decide to jump in the middle of the road and go through their car.
Right.
Like,
Well,
I don't know, wave them
You're right,
down.
There are better ways
like,
to
hey.
make a first impression.
I mean, but maybe if whatever reality they're living in, if that's just what they're experiencing at that time, might not be a road to them. It might be something completely different.
imagine for a second that we wake up in a world where we're surrounded by things that look vaguely like us. Maybe they're shadowy looking to us. Maybe that's just the converse. And nothing notices you, and you're just completely isolated. That kind of deep, lonely, paranoia, hellish existence. And then suddenly this shadowy thing keeps looking at you and keeps seeming to notice you. I think you would be desperate to try to make contact. You'd be like, yes, me here. Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I could be, here I'm painting this picture of this like desperate entity that really, and who knows, they could be nefarious as fuck, full of malevolence, wanting to just do some diabolical shit and rend your soul, and who the hell knows. So,
Dude, or it's just a rude boy from an adjacent dimension.
that's true.
They're
Ska
all
lovers in every dimension.
Or it's just a ska dimension where it's just the entire dimension's all ska.
I literally
God, all
almost
right.
spit taked into my mic. I'm drinking my bourbon.
Wow.
And
There you go.
the ska dimension made me so happy.
Dude.
there it is
Dimension
then.
ska. I think we figured out the Dark Watchers. We figured it all. It's all Dimension ska.
The ska dimension sounds so dope, and there would be such dope music playing all the time, and just fucking beers and
I
fucking everybody.
think
Oh,
you'd get
it'd be
sick
dope.
of the ska dimension pretty quick.
Well, I mean, I think all right, maybe.
If that's
You know,
all
I don't
you
know.
First
heard,
week, though. It'd be a great first week.
it's
but if
good for
someone's like, oh,
vacationing.
All right,
Ska
yeah.
Dimension. It's good for a vacation.
Yeah.
Don't retire here.
No.
I don't know if I can do it, but I think all you would hear is fucking. Just all you'd hear, and then the fucking guitars kick in, the fucking horns, and you're just like, it's the ska dimension. Like an hour later, you're like, fuck, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's
Why
too
are
much
we
ska.
still here?
Like, God damn it, stop. Who's doing that noise?
Oh my God.
All right. Well, you know what, though? Tonight's stories, we were keeping it local. So that is right there, Central New York, Binghamton. What up, Binghamton? They had a dope indoor skate park. Went there once and actually fucked my foot up and never went back. But anyway, it was still dope.
That is an excellent story.
It is about the Binghamton indoor skate park. Yeah. Was there once, fucked my foot up, never went back.
The time Mark went to Binghamton.
yeah, exactly. I've been there a couple other times for shows and shit, but I remember being there specifically with my buddy Bobby Walsh. Me and him went there, and I fucked my foot up, and then he had to drive me back, and my foot was all fucking.
I've been there for a lot of hockey games, but then again, I'm a hockey uncle, so that's what happens.
My parents got all mad that I fucked my foot up because I didn't have any insurance, but whatever. I'm fucking just trying to skate and fucking skate or die. So, but let's keep it local, Bobby. Let's go on with this second story here, which is even more local. So,
absolutely.
What do we got?
So this story comes to us from Tony. Thank you, Tony. Hello, big fan. I tweet at y'all constantly and try to make it out to see you whenever you do a public appearance. I'm here to tell you a story local to Auburn that I experienced in the summer of 2017. That's fucking real close to home.
I mean, it is home. Auburn's home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's not real close.
It's not close.
It is
It's
home.
right outside.
I agree.
Yeah. Robin wants you to walk outside and look. Guess where you are?
I spoke.
Auburn.
I misspoke. You're right. Local
Google
to Auburn,
Maps.
for some reason, painted a picture in my head of just outside of Auburn, but clearly that is not what that sentence means.
Is it like
I
a
own
loot sport, maybe?
It is 100% where we are. Thank you guys for coming correct. If y'all want to know the exact location, I'd be happy to tell you. Oh, so it's not exactly Auburn. I wish I had read further before I apologized. Or not.
Maybe.
Actually, I don't care.
You're fine. Keep going.
But in the
You're reading
interest
too deep.
In the interest of anonymity, I'd rather not share it publicly. I'll try to tell a coherent story, but I'm no Rob, so bear with me, Tony. Thank you. That was sweet. Two friends, L and J, and I are looking for an apartment, and we found a little second floor unit that looked nice enough. And we viewed the place in the spring the first time. The architecture in the place was a little weird, as the one bedroom had a 10-foot sliding glass door that spanned one wall leading into the bedroom from the living room. Okay, that's odd.
It is weird.
Then another even wider sliding glass door that dropped off onto a neighbor's roof. Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, you're right. Architecture's a little
Did you look
weird.
in a greenhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, really. That's a weird.
I have not been in every apartment in Auburn, granted, but I have never seen its equal.
No, that's big giant sliding glass doors that are kind of strange. And I mean, I understand like outside, like I have a sliding glass door that leads out to like my backyard, like from like my kitchen.
Well,
but,
I think a lot of people have that. That's
Yeah,
called
but
like the deck door or whatever.
yeah, the deck door, as they call it at Home Depot. I need a new deck door. Thank you.
Oh, so now you're going to chastise my lack of
No, not at all.
architectural terminology.
Oh, boy.
No, not at
Is there going to be
all. Not
one
at all.
moment you're not going to be a dick to me tonight? I just don't know.
Robert,
Is that the way it's going to be? That's fair.
He's going to go
honestly
silent
love
again.
you.
I will too.
He will.
I'll go
All right.
broody. Okay.
All right, don't get too broody.
There was a chunk of hematite with its polarity reversed stuck to the fridge when we viewed the place.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Explain that. Do you know what that is?
No. Let's Google it.
Chris, what's hematite and why is the polarity reversed? What the fuck
Hold
does
on,
that even
I'm
mean?
choking. I had water in my mouth.
Well, I'm assuming hematite. It obviously
A
must be
reddish
some sort.
black mineral consisting of ferric oxide it is an important
Okay.
ore of iron. It is common iron oxide, the formula Fe2O3, and it's
Yeah, that's
widespread in
rust.
rocks and soils.
Okay.
Hematite forms in the shape of crystals, through the rhomboidal lattice system, and it has the same crystal structure as ilmenite and corundum. Thank you, Wikipedia.
I knew that, but
I mean,
Okay,
we all
so-
knew that part. All right,
all right.
No, but here's my favorite
Okay.
thing. The first thing that comes on Google, hematite polished phalluses, little tiny dinkies made of hematite.
Oh,
so
nice.
thank you, Google. But I guess it comes in crystalline hunks.
So this big giant mineral is the polarity was reversed, so it stuck to the fridge. Okay, continue.
Yes. Hematite with its polarity reversed stuck to the fridge when we viewed the place. And I wouldn't have even noticed, but one of my roommates, Elle, was very into crystals and rocks and shit and commented on it. It was gone when we moved in 2 months later. We assumed it had been knocked off by the builders working in the building, or the landlord took it when they cleaned the place out. We spent the first 3 days living in the flat cleaning. Oh my God, it's now Auburn's in Great Britain. I love it. With the help of my parents. Day 2, my father found the chunk of hematite stuck to the baseboard heater in the furthest corner of the living room and stuck it back to the fridge. Now, the weird shit. I like that intro. Boy.
All right.
Night 1, we all slept in the living room because we hadn't moved furniture in yet. We had ourselves and camp beds. I was furthest from the glass doors in the living room and also the highest up on an actual 3-foot off the floor camp cot. My roommates were both flat on the floor on an air mattress and one of those painfully expensive beanbag beds, respectively. In the middle of the night, I was woken up by the feeling of being watched. Now, we are in town, so there were streetlights and noises and stuff, and I'm from a more rural town outside of Auburn originally, so I wasn't surprised at waking. But then I noticed the shape in the doorway. We had the outer sliding glass door pinned shut with a dowel, so no one could come in. That's a good call. The inner sliding glass door was open as far as it would go, trying to let the air circulate. In the door frame was a bent-over, contorted shape that looked only vaguely human.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's gross.
It's grubby. Hands wrapped around the frame and a head and shoulders stuck out at a 90-degree angle from the frame of the door. It seemed to be huge given the space it took up in the frame. It doesn't make it any better.
No.
I'm a pagan kitchen witch. That's phenomenal.
Okay.
I'm a pagan kitchen witch with a laziness factor of 10. So I pictured, I love this. I love the owning it all. That's so great. So I pictured a barrier of brick between me and the shape to block it out and to get back to sleeping, my favorite hobby. Well done, Tony. I did not mention anything about this to my roommates in the morning, figuring that I'm in a new place and I have experienced sleep paralysis in the past. So that was probably just my brain doing weird shit. Or maybe if there was something paranormal, we just moved into an apartment in a high traffic area for the city. So it might have just been some energy passing by checking us out. Jeez, can you imagine just transient paranormal fucking giants?
Yeah,
grotesque in shape that just like to watch you while you're sleeping. Oh, hey, you just moved in? I didn't bring cookies, but I'm here to fucking loom.
But I mean,
I'm horrible.
they're pretty nonchalant. They're pretty good about it. Like, look, I'm a lazy kitchen pagan witch. I got my barrier protection up, whatever. I'm going back to bed. Fuck you. I'll see you guys in the morning.
The courage displayed by Tony in that. It's like, you know what? Fucking, I need my sleep. I don't have time to deal with this shit. I got the dowel in there. Clearly, we're physically safe. Now let me just build this barrier and get some Z's. I love that.
It's fucking dope. All right.
Okay. Night 2. We were all sleeping in the same places, with the glass doors the same way they were the night before. And I again woke up and saw the figure contorted around the edge of the door frame. Behind it, appearing to stand on the neighbor's roof, was a shadow figure. Oh, more neighbors.
Oh,
that's great.
No. All right.
There was nothing on either side of the building that could have cast either shadow. I was on the highest piece of furniture that we owned at that point, and when I moved, neither figure moved. Assuming the contorted figure that appeared to be in the actual apartment, now it's in the apartment, was the same as the thing I saw the night before, I called the same image to mind of a brick wall between me and it and went back to sleep. I did not acknowledge the shadow figure at all, as acknowledging the shadow figures is it's capital A, so it's not just A. Like I thought it was going to be A and B. Is a bad plan, and I'm not playing that game. That I just have to say briefly ties back to what we were talking about before.
I know. We're talking about that.
Shadow roadside fuckers. You just don't pay a lick of attention. Fuck
Right,
those guys.
just ignore 'em.
Fuck
All
your
right.
shadowy ways. Fuck you. I haven't got time
All right.
for this.
Cool.
So thank you, Tony. We've learned a little already. The next morning, my roommate Elle came to me and asked if I would be willing to do a light cleansing and warding with her. She had noticed some odd things the night before and wanted to make sure there was no uninvited energy in the place. I agreed, still not telling her exactly what I had seen the previous 2 nights, just that I too had noticed something, now mostly because I wanted to hear what she noticed. Okay.
All right.
I think I read that sentence weird, but she's telling her she noticed something so she can get her story. She described the same figure seen bending around the doorway. She did not notice the shadow figure, but often missed them when other people on Spooky Circle and I did things like that. Mark, are you familiar with Spooky Circle? Is that just a statement of what you're doing with friends, or is that an online thing?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with that. But all right. So apparently,
Yeah, totally.
Elle just wasn't really savvy at noticing shadow folks.
Cool.
Jay is an atheist hard skeptic that thinks we're insane but enjoys a creepy story. So he lets us do our spooky shit around him if he gets to ask questions. He noticed nothing the first 2 nights we were there.
The hardcore atheist is going to bed like, Jesus isn't real. I'm sleeping. And then
sleep
just fucking
well.
Cuddles up.
There's no
I don't
shadow
need a Bible.
people on the roof.
Yeah.
Why would it be all mad? Jesus isn't real.
Because
Bad.
I don't know, just because as an atheist, that's how I am. I'm like, Jesus isn't real. I'm going to bed. Your book is dumb.
Is that literally
Bye.
your not prayer at the end of every day?
Yeah, exactly.
Good
Like,
night,
I don't
honey. I
believe-
love you. Jesus isn't real.
And then I fall asleep, and like 10 minutes later, I'm like, I don't believe in your God or any God ever. There are no gods.
Just so you know. Good night.
Yeah.
And Nick is like, seriously, Mark, I'm trying to fucking sleep.
Yeah, then
What the
Nicole's
fuck are
like,
you
Mark.
doing?
Yeah, Nicole's like, Mark, do me a favor, shut the fuck up. And
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever, I'm going to bed. I don't believe in your things. Good night. Love you.
Love you. I love that.
I'm not really that hardcore about it. I'm actually not hardcore about it at all. I'm more agnostic. But anyway, continue, Robert.
But it was funny. So
It was good.
Jay was sleeping well. We saged every corner of the apartment and blessed all the windows and doors with salt and oil. It was quiet for the next week, bumps and knocks, but nothing unusual for an old building that had other people living below us, except it constantly felt like we were being watched. That's just not good.
All right.
This is where the story leaves my personal observation for a while, and I'm relaying what was told to me. About a week after we saged the apartment, Elle picked up the chunk, of hematite and packed it away in a jar blessed with salt, saying it was radiating a bad energy. I personally never noticed an energy coming from it, but I was dealing with some other personal shit at that point and was a brick wall of unobservant. Elle took the jar to a friend who specifically deals with energies bound to stone. It's a good friend to have. The friend told Elle we had an energy-feeding entity bound to the stone, but it just wanted to go back and be left in the apartment. Elle brought the jar home and stuck it in one of her closets with the deal that it would hang out in the closet and not bother us, and we wouldn't go orking on it and have it essentially exercised.
That's
Wow.
just the weirdest deal I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That is, dude, at what point are you like, look, we have a situation. This rock is currently possessed, but look, here's the deal. You go in the closet and you sit there and you're
You
cool.
stay there.
If you fuck around, you're done. We're gonna orc in your ass into the next dimension, and you're fucking not gonna exist anymore. So, and then the thing's like, sorry, and then just like does like a fucking.
Yeah, no, that's exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly
And
how it
fucking,
sounds.
it fucking
come
goes
on,
away.
man. Oh, dude, fucking for real, dude. Come on, dude. That's why be creepy and watch you sleep. That's why I watch you sleep. Feed off your energies.
And then, all right, so cool, whatever. They struck a deal
Jesus
with
Christ.
fucking rock.
I mean, what can they do? The thing just wants to live there. It just really
Yeah.
likes the 2 big sliding glass doors, evidently.
I mean, okay. So then what happened? Fuck.
I was home alone for the evening. Jay off house sitting for his parents and Elle at her parents for the night. And I came out of the bathroom, which was directly across the kitchen from my bedroom. And I saw what appeared to be Elle standing in my bedroom doorway. I stepped into the kitchen and said, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" And the figure started to turn to me, then disappeared. Nope. Nopey nope. Nope.
No,
nope.
no,
nope.
no, no, no.
I called Elle and asked her where she was, at her parents'. I talked to her mother, too, while on the phone. I hung up with Elle and marched my happy ass into her bedroom and spoke the only words I have ever said to the hematite. Stay the fuck out of my bedroom and the fuck away from me, and I'll stay the fuck out of your closet and the fuck away from you. Wow. That's a solid,
that's the deal.
declaration. You know, you're just establishing. I mean, you're allowed to live here. The closet's yours. I love that. I never had another encounter with that particular entity. A week or so after telling it to stay away from me, Jay told me he'd woken up to the feeling of something sitting on his chest and suffocating him. Wow, that's vintage. But that just sounds like sleep paralysis or a panic attack to me. This was the only time in 3 years of friendship he ever claimed to have any sort of encounter with anything out of the ordinary. I moved out of the apartment 3.5 months after moving in. I don't know what Elle and Jay did with the hematite. I'm not in contact with them anymore, so I don't really have any way to find out either. I have a couple of things that have happened to me other times in other houses, even in another state once or twice, so let me know if you want to hear those stories as well. Hope you enjoyed my tale of weird. Tony, we very much fucking enjoyed your tale of weird. And there's so much going on, like, to unpack with this. It's like, so if you're in a world where, say, you have a buddy that's an expert to spirits bound to fucking minerals, and I'm not saying that's not possible, that's your thing and that's cool. So you live in a world where this shit is existing, and then you can just strike bargains. I mean, when you strike bargains with, for lack of a better term, you know, fucking diabolical entities or some things that look malevolent, even if though maybe they're not, but shadow people supposedly are just across the board evil. And you can just be like, you want to stay here? You get to stay here. I get to stay here. It goes in your room. It's like, the fuck. It's like a bad roommate. You're just like, get the fuck out of my room, Bill. You don't get to go into my fucking room. You stay out of my fucking room. I don't go into your fucking room, and don't touch my fucking sausages. They're my sausages. And then that's that. And sometimes
don't you fucking touch my Xbox controller, you piece of shit. Put it down and don't watch Netflix on my account, fucker. Go back to the
Changing my
closet.
password.
I know. You're screwing up all my favorites.
Yeah, seriously.
But if you could do that with paranormal entities, if you can essentially coexist with them in a way that's functional, that kind of blows my mind a little.
I have heard of similar things to this, where people, like, they might feel or, you know, sense the presence of an energy, and they're like, all right, look, I get it. Look, you're here. I'm here. You're existing, doing your thing. I'm doing my thing. You stay in your area. Leave me alone. I'm going to leave you alone. We're just going to coexist in this, you know, in this area of space that we're all fucking hanging out in. Don't do dumb shit, and I won't do dumb shit. So, I mean, but again, I don't really know enough about whether, like, a fucking pagan kitchen witch, or, you know, whatever sort of, you know, power you're dealing with. Like, I don't really know enough about that, but we have heard stories of very similar stuff.
A lot of people do make those deals, but then again, how do you know that they want to make a deal? Maybe they want to be exorcised. Maybe they're just stuck in this fucking thing. And they want you to get them out.
Oh, I never even thought about that. Like, I am fucking sick. Have you seen this apartment, the way it's laid out? There's a door to a roof. There's a double door from a bedroom to a kitchen. This is ridiculous. I can't spend my fucking eternal fucking demon life here. Please exorcise me. But I never thought about it like a willful exorcism, but I have thought about it in the sense that, like, maybe they pretend to abide by your rules. But here's where my assumptions come in, and they're based not on knowledge. They're based on a lifetime of watching horror films, which obviously probably exaggerate and distort. And that is, demons are more powerful than you. Demons are always evil. Demons are going to fuck with you. Demons will agree with what you're saying because they're fucking demons, but guess what? They're lying, and they're still going to fucking ruin your fucking life and try to steal your soul. So in my mind, because I guess I don't think about it first off, I don't, as I always say, I don't technically believe in demons, but there's still a part of me that's fucking terrified of them. So I understand that part of my Roman Catholic upbringing took seed a little bit, but in my mind it's like, how do you just like coexist? How can you function cool with that? It's either out or in, it seems like.
isn't one of the things with demons or demonic possession that you have to actually like acknowledge it and give it power, and if you don't, that it doesn't have any power over you? I could be making that up. That could be The Exorcist. I don't know.
That depends on what kind of quote unquote demon expert you ask.
Right, like a demonologist.
There's not rules. It's not like it's a science where it was tested and they're like, hey, we figured out the metrics of demonology. This is how they work. Like no one's done that yet. So
right, from my understanding, and actually shout outs to some of our listeners out there. I know for a fact we have more than one demonologist that is a listener, so you know who you are. What up? Thank y'all so very much. Keep them fucking demons at bay.
Yeah, anyway. Do it. You're doing your part. And we're real proud of you. Thank you.
I from my understanding though, and again I could be wrong, I think maybe it's a deal where you have to like acknowledge and feed into it to be like, oh yes, you are this, and yes, I am scared of you. And if you don't, that they don't have any power over you. I don't, like Chris said, I don't know the metric. I don't understand the science. I don't really, how do you measure that? Like, is there an app on your phone?
No. But you could like, make bank if you could design one.
Yeah,
I mean, there probably is, but
someone's probably created the demon detector.
Right. So yeah, I mean, that's probably, a bit out of our purview, but it's interesting. I mean, they obviously, Tony was like, look, here's a fucking deal. You fucking stay there and I fucking stay here and I'll fuck you up. Like, if the shit pops off, then I fuck you up.
The confidence Tony had to say, like, listen, we will fucking just eradicate every ounce of you from this universe if you fuck around one more time. And who knows, maybe part of it was bravado. Maybe it was all based on some legitimate skill sets. Maybe it was half a dozen to one, six of the other. But fucking, it's pretty hardcore. But if what you're saying is true, Mark, what strikes me is that you're better off being a Jay. Like just like you said with your angry anti-prayer every night to Nick, fucking fuck you. I don't believe in you. I don't believe in any of you. I'm not paying attention to you. Fuck off. Fuck off all of you. And then you're unbothered for life.
Yeah.
Or
go to bed.
if you show up and your heart is fuck and you're like, I'm here, you're here, fuck with me and I'll fuck you up. That's all you got to do. It's not about actually fucking them up. You just got to play the part.
That's bad advice, I think, because if somebody goes out there like, my aunt bought a haunted house and she's scared to live there, I'm going to go spend the weekend there because Mark said all I have to do is be wicked hard, and they end up fucking headless and fucking soulless. Then I'm going to feel really bad for that person.
Did I just like tell everyone to like Zach Baggins their way through fucking life?
You sure as fuck did.
You told everyone to fight ghosts.
All right. At this point in the show, I would like to apologize for my
retraction.
We are not paranormal experts, especially not Mark in this case.
Yeah, no. I was just thinking, like, man, you gotta show up for the you gotta fucking play the part. You gotta show up for the job you want. You want to be in the house without the fucking demon.
Dude,
so you gotta be like,
the fucking interviewer is not the same as fucking taming the paranormal.
Dude, no, it totally is. It's all about the fucking. It's about that energy that you put out there. If you're like, I got fucking this crazy fucking like fuck you demon energy. Like, I don't know, maybe demons like, yo, that motherfucker's got some crazy fuck you demon energy. Oh shit, stay away from him. Oh. And then they get all fucking weirded out. But then again, I don't want to play into the Zach Baggins fucking game
now you're sounding like Tony Robbins giving a speech to fucking people.
Tony Robbins has a point. You show up for you just fake it till you make it. It's worked for me. I'm 39 years old. I'm gonna be 40 soon. It's fucking worked for me. I've got a farm. I own a house. I got a truck. There you go.
I got sliding doors.
I got some expensive fucking deck doors, dude. Them deck doors ain't cheap. Them deck doors are fucking stupid expensive.
Completely, you son of a biscuit. Yeah.
Man, I just got my fucking driveway paved. I got a new roof. I got fucking all kinds of shit. I got a porch going up soon. Man, you just gotta be like, this is what I want. Fuck you, Beelzebub. I mean, whoever you are, don't name it, because that might be a thing if you fucking name it. Like, fuck you, Larry. Boy. And then he's like, oh no, you fucking accepted me. Fuck you, Mark. Double fuck you.
I think we have a new cult leader here, and I'm pretty excited. I'm waiting to see what Chris kicks up. We'll try to join forces at some point in the future.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
So yeah, but back to the story here. That's definitely interesting. That's that is an interesting little fucking tale there. And I mean, thank God Tony's fucking. I'm up and up. I'm like, yo, fuck you. Pop in their demon face.
we learned what hematite was, which is pretty exciting.
Because we're dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the name, you can figure out the mineral.
Well, we knew it was,
like,
I think we all knew it was a
hematite?
fucking mineral. I just think we didn't know what it was fucking
I don't know, man.
made of.
Maybe it's a fucking blood disorder or some shit. I don't know, man.
Jesus
Fucking
Christ,
got me.
dude.
Fucking, I don't read, man. Fucking, I don't do shit. Whatever.
And you fucking own it, apparently.
I would actually, I would like Tony to contact us to tell us more about this. And if they are comfortable sharing the location, I would like to know the location. If in fact it is in Auburn, because we do know that there is a specific area in Auburn in the old original section up on Easterly Ave that we know is allegedly super haunted. So I'd be interested to see if it is in that area.
Yeah, no, I would like to know where to avoid. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, totally.
And yes, in answer to your question, Tony, please share more. Of course, share more.
Yeah, totally.
It's fascinating. It's great. And, it would be great to pick your brain at some point about like how, because I am, as you said, I am 100% of a lazy cryptozoologist. So I understand completely where you're coming from in terms of the full commitment to your craft. So I think it would be really fun to see what that side of the universe is like, because I am not like a hardcore Jay. I don't necessarily not believe in everything, but I'm a little more pragmatic than not, despite the fact that I'm really wide open to the idea of alternate physics and certainly undiscovered animals. And it's fascinating to think of living in a world that is just chock full of these energies that have kind of like Shintoistic abilities to have personalities, will, desire, and all sorts of ill shit associated with it. And if we are living in a world that's like that, then I guess I want to know more about it and to figure out how to fucking function in it, unless I'm really doing better off ignoring it, as I have been for the better part of my life.
I mean, I think that might be the deal, is that if we are functioning in that kind of world, maybe we're just better off not even like acknowledging it, It's just like, whatever. We're here, fucking Chris and I are going to Walmart, fucking doing sweet toy hauls and shit and buying bikes and fucking being sweet.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I don't
it.
want to acknowledge all the weird fucking dark demonic bullshit. Like, yeah, fucking hail Satan all day long, and I can fucking pinch the fucking nipples of my Baphomet statue for good luck. But like, I don't want to be faced with the fucking the supreme evil dark one. Like, I don't got the time. I got kids. I got a job, a career,
You
pension.
got a new
I'm fucking worried
porch.
about.
You've got
I got a
deck
new
doors.
porch. Yeah. I got a lot of shit. So
You ain't
like,
got time for this?
I don't know, man. I don't have the emotional capacity to deal with that type of stuff. Like, I don't. Like, I dabbled in chaos magic briefly, and you guys know all about this. And I had a little bit of an episode, and I was like, I don't know, I may have fucked up. So, like, I mean,
I do remember.
Christ.
it may have been good for the pod. I don't know. I'm not attributing the small amount of success that we had. I'm not attributing it to my chaos magic.
Good.
But
Did you hear Chris? Did you hear what you did to Chris?
Yeah, he was disappointed.
Yeah, it's not
He
our
was.
hard work or charm. It was your dabbling in magic that went.
I'm just saying. I don't know if it is. I can't even speak to it. I'm just saying that the little bit of dabbling that I did do in chaos magic was enough for me to be like, you know what, that is too much for me, and I'm just going to go back to what I was doing, and I'm just going to draw my little pictures and meditate and do my stuff and not get too deep into this shit, because I can't handle it. I don't have enough love in my heart to handle it, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
No, I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
About the last part.
Okay.
But
yeah, I don't
I'm-
have the emotional or mental or physical capacity to deal with
That makes
actual
more sense.
shit like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have plenty of
All
love
the
in
love
your
in my heart. Yeah.
You do.
All
You're
the love in my heart.
But I'm with you. I'm with you in the sense that I don't know. Like, if somebody would come to me and be like, "Here's the ultimate reality, and it's going to fuck you up. Are you ready? Red pill." I'd be like, No. Do you have a Percocet or something? Because I want that other pill. I want the pill that makes it okay. I don't want the pill that's going to teach me that every fucking spider really is full of hate and wants to be 10 times bigger and is sentient as fuck. And if everyone I step on is going to eat me alive in the afterlife 6 times before I can move on to the next level, or whatever the fuck is going on in this world that's real. Maybe I'm not fucking ready for that.
No, man, I just want to fucking record podcasts with my boys and fucking hang out and drink beers. Vape too much weed and, fucking talk about Chris's sweet new shoes. So there you go.
That's what I would do.
That's right. He's got some bomb ass fucking new Air Max.
And that's why we're all friends.
There it is. All
That's
right,
what we
cool.
do.
Our mutually fucking supported ignorance and adoration of Chris's shoes will get us through to the next time.
Yes, as he goes ripping out of the place on his possibly illegal motorized bike.
I
but we're
might
not
be
gonna
in
talk
jail
about
in a
that.
couple weeks.
He could be in jail. Yeah. I was a couple weeks back. I was threatening to go to jail. Like, I'll go to jail. I don't care. I'm
Do what
fine.
I need to do. Whatever it
Yeah,
takes.
and now we actually might have a situation where we have to bail Chris out. Where we're like, fuck. Well,
You know.
too.
Thank you, patrons.
Yeah, thank you, Patreon. Which is, yeah, thank you for providing Christopher with
Bail money in the future.
future bail money, a much better mode of transportation, because none of us want Chris taking any public transportation, because that's fucking not fucking dope.
Yeah, I don't
So-
want to do that.
Thank you, Patreon. So there you go, listener stories. I believe this is part. Ooh, shit,
Three?
four.
Four?
I don't remember.
I don't even know. No,
I said
wait.
it.
What the
Nobody
fuck
knows.
is it? Is
I'm
it
pretty sure
four?
it's four.
Yeah, I think it might be
it's
four.
Yeah. Keep those stories coming. Kryptonautpodcast@gmail.com. Email them over to us. Doesn't matter how long, doesn't matter how short. Just email them over. We're going to just kind of keep pumping these out as we can. As a little bit of extra content for everybody out there.
Help the quarantines go a little easier,
yeah,
even as
help
it
the
opens
quarantines.
slightly.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's opening. So obviously quarantine, COVID, fucking stay safe, stay healthy, wear your
Always.
mask.
Absolutely.
Social distance, do your thing. Fucking don't cough on people. Don't suck someone's tears out of their eyes. It's a bad idea. Fucking
What kind of
do your
vampire
shit.
is
In
that?
case
What
you
kind
were
of
doing that.
shitbag vampire
I don't know,
sucks
man.
the sorrow tears off of someone's face?
Someone
It's got to
does
be
it.
somewhere in some mythology where some fucking
Someone does that
Bathory-ass motherfucker was just like, I live on the tears of your torment.
Yeah, fucking Hellraiser, dude. Whatever.
Sure.
So yeah, do all that. The socials and the Instas, the Twitters and the Facebooks, we're there, we're hanging out, having a good time. The Facebook group's fucking dope. Check that shit out. Hellerspace.com, patreon.com/Kryptonaut podcast. Man, there's always so many things to go over, and I keep forgetting them, and I shouldn't, because we've been doing this for so long, but I still forget
There's a lot.
everything. So I know.
I think
there
you
really
got them
is.
all.
I think you did.
I think I did.
I feel
I
like you
think I
did.
did.
The important
All right,
stuff.
So yeah. Real quick, Christopher, closing
What?
thoughts from you, good sir.
I mean, I guess that's as good as any way to deal with a ghost and a rock or a demon tied
Nice.
to a rust. Don't put rust in your house, I guess. Rust
Don't
and
bring it in your
magnets.
home.
Don't mix rust and a magnet, especially
Yeah.
reverse polarity magnet or
Yeah,
whatever.
no, that got deeper into science than I was ever used to. I was just going and I was hoping one of you would explain it, because I'm like, somebody's got to know about hematites. And I'm like, nope, none of us. Not
Yeah,
one
not
of
a
us.
geologist.
No, there's a whole reverse polarity thing.
Yeah,
though,
when you
that,
reverse the polarity on the hematite, what the fuck do you expect to happen in a
Yeah, but
room
there's
with two
also-
sliding doors? What do you expect to happen? It's asking to be a portal. You just
Fucking
created
evil.
a fucking vortice.
Evil.
Duh.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
last tenants
that's-
in that house were clearly fucking up. It's embarrassing, really. It's so obvious. It's embarrassing.
No, that's not.
All right. Well, there you have it. Thank you all so very much for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for your stories. Keep them coming. Tony hit us up. We want to get some more details on this. And also, too, we wouldn't mind knowing the location of this thing. So
Yeah.
thank you all so very much. And we'll be talking with you soon.
Goodbye, everybody.
I've got to go.
Well
Robert?
done. No, yeah.
That's it.
Goodbye, friends. Thank you again for sharing time with us.
I'll leave
The
you
Kryptonaut
all
Podcast.
behind.
Oh my
Nothing?
God.
I do know I've got no goodbye songs.
You
Goodbye.
can't sing Danzig?
So long. Avita Zane, good night.
Danzig.
Goodbye.
Yeah, fucking going down to
I just
die.
did Sound of Music. What more can I fucking do?
No. Dude, I'm going down to die. Nobody? Nothing? No one likes that
No.
fucking Danzig jam?
Nope or dope.
Shit.
Sorry, buddy.
Right. I tried.
You're on your own.
Whatever.
Bye-bye.
Fine. Bye.